This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning. Coverage you can count on.
Right now on Eyewitness News this morning, a vote on the bill that would give millions of Americans new stimulus checks could happen this morning. We're breaking down the plan and what it means for you.
Plus, major changes for people trying to make a vaccine appointment through Publix, how the company is doing things differently this morning.
And where 2 new vaccine locations will open in Orange County as another popular site closes down later today. Good morning. I'm Carla Ray. Your time right now, 6 a.m. on this Wednesday, March 10th.
And I'm Christian Bruey. It is National Mario Day, not because it's Mario Lopez's birthday, but Brian's going to explain why March 10th is Mario Day.
I didn't know it was going to be M-A-R, and then the 10 looks like an I-O, so Mario, like video game Mario.
Yeah.
That's good. We led the newscast with this information. All right, temperatures running in the 40s, 50s, and some 60s around this morning. I hope you're having a good start to the day. It's going to be a wonderful day. A lot of sunshine that will be around. Some 40s northern tier, Palm Coast to Land Ocala in the 40s, Bushnell in the 40s, 55 degrees in Orlando, 56 as we get into Kissimmee. So again, this is some light jacket, sweatshirt weather this morning, 60s in Brevard, but it's going to be awesome. Few scattered clouds, and today we're going to be even warmer than yesterday. So the numbers continue to make the climb. Here's Daytona, 69 degrees at 10 o'clock. Refreshing once that sun comes up. We'll be in the mid 70s this afternoon. A few of us close to 80 inland, still near 70 by 6. Coming up, we'll track the warm weather over the next several days through the weekend. It's going on 6:01, our drive at the top of the hour with Dinesh Brew.
I am monitoring a crash in Kissimmee, but the good news here, troopers are not reporting that this has any roadblocks. Just a heads up for you. Poinciana Boulevard at Old Tampa Highway. I'm seeing a slight slowdown on Old Tampa Highway, but this is probably just because people are slowing down and moving over for that crash. So a heads up for you in that area, but otherwise everything else will look like this, pretty clear and up to speed. Same story right here along I-4 at Cayley. All of our construction has cleared out very early this morning. You're looking good. Christian.
Thanks, Dinesh. This morning, U.S. lawmakers are expected to make a final vote on President Joe Biden's nearly $2 trillion COVID relief bill. Here's a live look at the nation's capital, where representatives could approve that plan, getting millions of Americans one step closer to another stimulus check. Channel 9's Q McCrae is live in studio. And Q, the bill goes further than those $1,400 payments.
And Democrats are making one final push to make sure everyone knows that. This would also help small businesses, schools, and the vaccine rollout.
Well, in just about an hour, Publix will reopen its online coronavirus vaccine portal, but things will be different this time around. For the first time, people can make those appointments specifically for Johnson & Johnson's one-dose vaccine. Channel 9's Ashley Edlund is live with more on this story this morning. And Ashley, the company is also prioritizing school employees.
School and child care workers, Carla, at Publix's like this one here on Orange Ave. Now, if you're wondering what that entails, Publix says they're prioritizing those who work in pre-primary, primary, and secondary schools, as well as Head Start and Early Head Start programs. Now, that includes teachers, staff, and bus drivers.
And starting today, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will be administered at the Sanford Civic Center. Last week, Seminole County received 3,000 doses of the one-shot vaccine, but the state then said that shipment was a mistake and they would have to return those doses. The county has since been told that it could keep 2,000 of the doses.
We now know where FEMA's next 2 satellite vaccination centers will be located. The agency says starting tomorrow, eligible people will be able to get a shot at the Barnett Park Gym on West Colonial Drive in Orlando. That site will be open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. through Saturday. Then on Sunday, a new site will open at the South Econ Park Gym in Orlando. It'll run through next Thursday. Both of these sites are walk-up only. New from overnight, Port Orange police want to hear from anyone who witnessed a fatal motorcycle crash. Officers responded to Country Lane near Taylor Road around 12:30 this morning. That's where they found the victim, Cody Eldridge. Officers say no one else was hurt in the crash. It's under investigation this morning.
Investigators in Sanford say a missing persons case that resulted in what was first ruled as a suicide is now a homicide investigation. Dive teams were here searching the waters of Lake Monroe yesterday in downtown Sanford in connection to the death of Bernard Morton. The 69-year-old's body was found at that lake back in January. There were no obvious signs of foul play at the time, but Morton's brother, Robert, said he never believed that his brother killed himself. He believes that those dive crews were searching Lake Monroe for his cell phone.
Hopefully they'll find who did this to my brother, okay? Because they were treating it as a suicide until the medical examiner's office determined that it was an actual homicide.
Today, we'll be following up and asking if those dive teams found whatever they were searching for.
Controversy is growing in Brevard County over the district's new LGBTQ plus guidelines. We told you last week 8 new action items cover everything from restroom and locker room access to school events. The school board held a meeting last night to discuss the guidelines, but protesters showed up right before the meeting. There were people who spoke for and against the guidelines.
Let me make it perfectly clear. If this initiative moves forward, I will do everything in my power, my personal mission, to make sure that none of you are reelected in this town.
What's amazing is that these kids still need help. They exist. No matter what we're told, this isn't the 50s. There's more than 2 sexes. And no matter what they say, we still exist.
The district says it's just keeping up with current LGBTQ plus laws. Your time now is 6:09. We check your weather and traffic every 10 minutes. And Brian Shields is going to help us dress the kids.
Yes, I can. That may be a scary thought. But anyway, I'll try to help out. I am a dad. As far as dressing the kids go, a sweatshirt this morning. That'll be a good idea. Light jacket, but shorts and short sleeves are going to be fine overall. Plus, you don't want to fight that battle. 78 degrees by this afternoon. We're going to continue to warm up. A nice warming trend with us. So sweatshirt just to start, and then things will be looking good. It's 6:10. Hopefully some good news on the drive. Let's see where we stand with Dinesh.
Yeah, we're still looking good. Eyewitness 9 is up and cruising, and so far they haven't found anything that they need to go to, so we're still looking pretty good. Very good for your morning drive. Now right here, live traffic tracker really showing the same thing for the most part, but I am still monitoring a crash in Kissimmee. Troopers do say this one is off to the side. Just be aware they are still out on scene at Poinciana Boulevard at Old Tampa Highway. Make sure you are slowing down and moving over for them. Carla.
We are getting an update on more COVID-19 variants spreading across Florida.
All new this morning, how many more cases the CDC says have been found in just the last few days.
Plus, the action some local parents are taking now to encourage their school district to reverse its decision to cancel this year's prom.
And next, big news from Walt Disney World when the company says it could restart its program that creates thousands of jobs and brings people from all over the country to Central Florida. Your time now is 6:11.
Traffic on WFTV is driven by Toyota of Orlando and Toyota of Claremont.
Covering the stories that matter.
Many Americans are one step closer to a $1,400 stimulus check tonight.
With expert analysis.
It's not just your kids, too. It's also your adult dependents.
Tracking vaccine supply.
More COVID-19 vaccines are heading to CVS pharmacies across the state.
Staying on the story.
Wanted to figure out a way to expand our retail footprint throughout the state of Florida.
Live at 4, live at 5, live at 6. Channel 9 Eyewitness News. Coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Your time now is 6:14. Here's a live look from downtown Orlando at the I-4-408 interchange as the sun starts to rise across Central Florida. A program that typically brings students from around the world to work in Central Florida could return by the end of the year.
Yeah, Walt Disney World announced yesterday that it's working to bring back its Disney College program, which has been suspended because of the pandemic. As Channel 9's Sierra Putman reports, this is welcome news for local students who saw their theme park dreams dashed because of COVID. And Disney made several other announcements during their shareholders meeting, including this one that has people talking. The company announced the new ride, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, based on the popular Pixar film, will open at Epcot on October 1st. The company also gave an update on Disneyland out in California, which has been closed for about a year now because of the pandemic. Disney now says that it's aiming to reopen those parks late next month. And some potential big news for Port Canaveral. We're going to be watching this one. Disney is working toward getting its cruise line sailing again by the end of this year. Christian. On our Space Coast, SpaceX will try to launch a Falcon 9 rocket from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station early tomorrow morning. The company was supposed to launch that rocket with 60 Starlink satellites last night, but it was delayed again so that it could have more time for pre-launch checks. The new time is 3:13 tomorrow morning. We'll bring it to you live on Channel 9 when it happens. You can also watch Eyewitness News this morning tomorrow for a recap if you're not up at 3 in the morning.
It's a good show.
Yeah, exactly. All right, 6:18, we check your weather and traffic every 10 minutes. The sun coming up across Central Florida.
Looks pretty good out there.
Yeah, you got that tweet out?
Yeah, I was trying to get the tweet about Mario Day. Sorry.
We're still getting used to the whole shot.
I'll give you a couple minutes here. You go ahead with Twitter. You do your thing.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Take care of our wonderful viewers at home. All right, here's a look for us in Volusia County. 51 degrees. Calm still before sunrise. That light looks a little weird because it almost looks like the sun. Sunrise 6:39 and the sunset at 6:30. Now let's get you going. 7-day forecast up on your screen. Everything on track. 81 tomorrow, 82 on Friday. It looks great. Mid-80s around for us this weekend. And it's a time change weekend. Saturday night, clocks go forward an hour. Into next week, we're still pretty warm. 86 on Tuesday. Late next week, a chance of some showers. We'll get more into the overall extended pattern coming up in the next half hour. All right, we're going on 6:21. Look at this shot. It's not beautiful just because Denaja's in it, but you can see here, Skywitness 9 on the move.
Yeah, so we have a pretty first light shot here for you as well. I get jealous when Brian has all the pretty shots. So there you go. There's one. And they're really showing us that because there isn't anything for them to hone in on here on Live Traffic Tracker. We do have a couple of minor crashes that have popped up, but nothing that's really going to slow you down too much on the roads. The only one that I have really been paying attention to is right here, Poinciana Boulevard at Old Tampa Highway. Christian.
The tweet's out, just if you guys were wondering. All right, we've told you about the federal program that pays out claims to people hurt while getting a vaccine.
Still ahead, 9 investigates why the program doesn't pay out claims when it comes to the COVID-19 vaccine.
And coming up, the nationwide chain the CDC is considering teaming up with to help people get vaccinated.
And advocates say every Central Florida county has seen big increases in opioid overdose deaths. Coming up next, which communities have been hit the hardest and the push to get people help. It's 6:21. Welcome back. Your time right now, 6:24, as we give you a live look outside. Beautiful shot here as we wait for the sun to rise over Lake Monroe in Sanford. We'll have a check of your weather and traffic in just a few minutes.
Orange County Citizen Safety Task Force will meet today for the final time.
Coming up, what they'll be doing to try to make the community safer.
And warmer weather headed our way for not quite the long haul, but all the way through next week. I want to track the weekend warm-up when we could get some rain as well. It's 6:26.
This Tower Cam shot is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, who believe everyone should have access to a good lawyer.
Next reel, one puzzle has the players guessing
R-C.
Wrong. No. We are using the standard English alphabet here. Can you solve it before they can?
Brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa.
This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning. Coverage you can count on.
Right now in Eyewitness News this morning, Congress could be hours away from approving President Joe Biden's COVID relief bill, the impact it would have on people across Central Florida.
Plus, the big changes people will notice if they're trying to make a vaccine appointment through Publix in just about a half hour.
And COVID-19 variants continue to spread across the state. How many new cases were reported by the CDC overnight? Good morning. It's 6:30 here in Central Florida. I'm Christian Brewer.
And I'm Carla Ray. We want to check your weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Let's get over to certified meteorologist Brian Shields with your weather in a minute.
Yeah, today a beautiful day, a nice pattern as we swing into the weekend. And again, we'll continue with that warm up. A lot of us will really be feeling that as we go throughout the day. So we begin with that, and you see the numbers as we plan ahead. Again, this morning, a lot of 50s, cool this morning, but by 10 o'clock, if you got playground duty, already up to about 70, mid 70s if you're sneaking out for your lunch hour. Well into the 70s this afternoon. Pleasant this evening after work. Usually after work, it's always pleasant. But 70 degrees by the time we hit 6 o'clock, staying dry today. The weekend gets even warmer. We'll have some 80s on the way and well into them. 78 degrees today. We're not talking about summertime heat, but by Saturday, a high around 84. Sunday will be even warmer. And as a reminder, it is a time change weekend. This weekend, we spring ahead an hour. That'll give us that later sunset on Sunday. Sunset will be around 7:30. And again, that's a Saturday night. We spring ahead 1 hour. Coming up, I want to get into the warm-up this weekend and when we could see some rain in our outlook. All right, we're at 6:31. Let's see where we are on the drive. I believe some new information coming in. Here's Dinesh.
Yep, we just got a new crash from troopers. This one is Lee Vista Boulevard at Narcoossee Road. At this point, they have not been able to specify just how much of a roadblock we have through here, but checking the maps, I am seeing a slight slowdown, so I will certainly keep you posted about how that ends up shaking out in the next 10 minutes. Also, Poinciana Boulevard at Old Tampa Highway. Troopers are also reporting this isn't causing a major roadblock, but I do see slowdowns on Old Tampa Highway, so a heads up for you through there. But if I-4 is a part of your drive, this is what you'll be dealing with this morning. You're looking good eastbound and westbound. Nothing out there to slow you down. Christian.
We could be just hours away from a vote to send the nearly $2 trillion COVID relief bill to the president for a signature. Here's a live look at the nation's capital, where lawmakers will continue discussing the bill later this morning. Channel 9's Q McRae is live in studio with more. And Q, many say this could help a lot of people across Central Florida.
And that's because the relief package isn't just about stimulus checks. It would benefit many small business owners, schools, unemployment assistance, and more. But it has to be approved first.
When those stimulus checks finally get delivered, gun shop owners expect to see more demand. Store owners told us after the first 2 stimulus payments, many customers who weren't impacted by COVID financially spent their checks on guns, ammunition, and range time. Store owners say they welcome the business, but want to make sure people are safe.
If you are going to use your stimulus check to purchase firearms, then also put in the time and money to get the proper training that's needed.
The higher demand has led to ammunition shortages across the country.
New from overnight, the CDC says that there are about 40 new cases of the UK variant here in Florida. This is the map that shows which states have the most cases of those variants. And you can see Florida really sticks out here like a sore thumb. There are nearly 700 cases of variants now in our state. Almost all of them are the UK variant, but there are also 5 cases of the Brazilian variant and 1 case of the South African variant. 3 people have now been seated in the jury for the trial of the former Minneapolis police officer accused in the death of George Floyd. Derek Chauvin was in the courtroom yesterday for the first day of jury selection. He's pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter charges. Jury selection will resume this morning. The court is looking for 9 additional jurors and 2 alternates.
The FBI has released new videos of the suspect who left pipe bombs around Washington the day of the Capitol riots. Take a look at this. This new video shows the suspect in a neighborhood carrying a backpack. In another video, the suspect is sitting on a bench in front of the DNC where the first bomb was found in those bushes. A third video shows the suspect walking down an alley next to RNC headquarters. The bomb was found there as well. The FBI has now also officially confirmed those pipe bombs were viable and could have been deadly. The U.S. Department of Defense says more than 2,200 members of the National Guard will remain on duty at the U.S. Capitol through May. 2,300 others will end their detail soon. Tensions have been high in parts of Washington, D.C. following the siege on the U.S. Capitol in January.
Buckingham Palace is now responding to Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's bombshell interview with Oprah. In a statement released on behalf of the Queen, she says the family is saddened to learn the extent of Harry and Meghan's struggles and that the issues raised, particularly that of race, are concerning. The statement goes on to say Harry, Meghan, and Archie will always be much loved family members. Good Morning America will have more on the reaction from Buckingham Palace starting at 7 o'clock right here on Channel 9. All right, coming up on 6:40 now, we check your weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Christian put his phone down for this and thinking that we were in a 4-shot, but
never going to not be ready.
Okay, stop tweeting over there, buddy. All right, for us today, again, it's going to be beautiful. Here's a wonderful shot sent in from Karen, Satellite Beach. Nice sunrise shot for us. I want to talk more about that in a second. Now, show us your sunrise or any weather pictures you got. I'm also partial to puppies. We made it easy for you to share them. Visit WFTV.com/sunrise. Send us in your photos, name, location, all that good stuff, credit card number, and you can see your picture here on Eyewitness News this morning. All right, 6:41. Here's Tanesh.
Well, unfortunately, things are still looking pretty good out here on the roads this morning. So taking a look at your I-4 drive, I-4 at 408, you're looking really good and up to speed on both I-4 and 408, so no issues there. And then we do have a crash reported, though. Lee Vista Boulevard right at Narcoossee Road. This one doesn't seem like it's causing any sort of need for an alternate, but a heads up for you, you may end up needing an extra few minutes on your drive. Make sure you're slowing down and moving over for them. But this is what the rest of Live Traffic Tracker is looking like. Still a very quiet morning out there on the roads. I'll let you know if anything pops up. Christian.
Thanks, Tanesh. The fierce hunt for a home is forcing potential buyers to dive into new options.
I swear it was the best decision that we could have made.
Coming up, how those buyers are saving money by choosing a new home.
And ahead, the opportunity that people in 2 Central Florida counties will have today if they're unemployed because of the pandemic.
And it doesn't happen to everyone, but some people can get hurt or experience a severe reaction to the COVID-19 vaccine. Next, 9 investigates the federal program that's keeping those people from filing a claim. Your time now is 6:42.
Down
Download the WFTV weather app. Get a localized forecast from Tom Terry. Just search WFTV. Brought to you by the Law Offices of Attorney Dan Newland.
Live, weekdays starting at 4 p.m. Channel 9 Eyewitness News brings you the important major local news from across Central Florida. With context, we dig into the coronavirus's latest impacts on schools, your health, and our economy. Plus, Central Florida's chief meteorologist Tom Terry is constantly updating the latest forecast and tracking storms across our area. Watch anchors Vanessa Eccles, Martha Sagowski, and Greg Warmouth. Weekdays live at 4, 5, and 6 p.m. Channel 9 Eyewitness News. Coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Your time right now, just about 6:45 on your Wednesday morning, giving you a live look outside at the sunrise happening in downtown Orlando. We'll check your weather and traffic in just a few minutes.
Beautiful out there.
All right, 6:47. Christian, this is the one.
This is the one we're all, there it is.
Yep.
Look at all of us. We look great on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Although I'm just struggle bus city over here.
No, you're good. You're good.
Finally happy to hear it. You were way too perky on Monday.
That's true. It did catch up to him.
Came out of the gates hot, but yeah, now marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I have nothing to add to this. All right, let's get you outside.
Ryan's like, I know. That's why you took 2 months off.
That's how this works in downtown Orlando. I call it a sabbatical. 55 winds out of the northeast at 5 miles per hour. Sunrise was a couple minutes ago, and that sunset at about 6:30. Sparkling shot this morning. 77 in the Villages. A nice warm afternoon. Then for tonight, still some cool nights. So warm days, but pleasant nights. Mostly clear skies tonight, and a lot of 50s when I see on TV tomorrow morning. A few 60s in our southern zones. But let's plan ahead for you now. Here's your 7-day forecast, taking you through it again, right on track from what we've been talking about all week. 81 tomorrow, 82 on Friday, staying dry, looking great. The weekend even warmer, mid-80s return, 84 Saturday, 85 Sunday. It's a time change weekend. Clocks go forward an hour Saturday night. And the 80s stay with us Monday and Tuesday. It's not until later next week when we'll see a chance of a few scattered showers back in our forecast. We're going on 6:50. Let's get an update now on a crash. Here's Denise.
And this is one of the only couple of crashes that have even been reported this morning. But Lee Vista Boulevard at Narcoossee Road, just make sure that you are giving yourself a couple of extra minutes if this intersection is a part of your drive. It looks like they've been able to get that off to the side, but you will still need to slow down and move over for those first responders. Otherwise, live traffic tracker still looking really clear for you this morning. Your I-4 drive also perfectly up to speed. So I'll keep you posted over on the TV 27 side, but if you're about to leave the house right now, you're looking good enough to speed. Carla.
Coming up next, the issues that buyers say they're avoiding as they purchase brand new homes instead of existing ones.
And coming up on TV 27, 100 million subscribers, a big win for Disney+. How far the streaming service is to catching up to its biggest rival. Your time now is 6:50.
Traffic on WFTV is driven by Toyota of Orlando and Toyota of Claremont.
Time right now is 6:53 as we give you a live look outside. The sun coming up across Central Florida. Going to be a beautiful Wednesday for us ahead.
All right, let's get one more check of our forecast with Brian Shields. Brian?
All right, yeah, gorgeous today. It's going to be just a very nice day. Again, the cool start by this afternoon, hitting about 78, low 80s tomorrow on Friday, mid-80s this weekend. Spectacular. And the mid-80s continue into next week. Later next week, we'll see a chance of a few showers. And again, a time change weekend. Clocks go forward an hour Saturday night. So enjoy some of this weather if you can, and I hope you have a wonderful day ahead. I'll see you over on TV 27. It's 6:55. Carla?
Your complete local news coverage continues right now on Eyewitness News this morning over on TV 27.
And coming up on TV 27, the major changes Publix will make when it reopens its vaccine portal in just a few minutes. For news, weather, and traffic in your car, you can tune to WDBO 107.3 FM and AM 580.